say hello. We want to welcome you. And this is our opinion, and we just have fun with it. And I'm sure some people will disagree, which is fine. You have your own opinion, and you were born with the ability to have your own opinion. So we don't force our opinion on you. We will discuss it. And please leave us some comments and ask some questions so we could just have fun with it. Okay,
Yes.
we're not going to call you names except for the libtards or retards and the commie rats.
You can call us names.
Yeah, you can call us names.
Yeah,
I don't care.
that's the fun
I
part.
believe me, it won't ever be a name that I haven't been called.
Yeah.
I can
And
promise you that.
speaking of comments, we got one comment since last week from Thomas. So, hi Thomas. I'm so happy you commented. He
Hello,
said hi.
Thomas. How you doing, baby boy? That's my grandson. So
Yes, my nephew.
one of the smartest little kids, 9 years, fixing to be 9 years old, reading on the 10th grade level, something like that. Oh
He's
my God, it's
extremely
unbelievable.
smart.
Yeah,
So,
it's unbelievable. I won't play.
yep.
I don't play games with him because he beats me.
That's
So
why I like playing games with him. It's so much fun.
yeah. So anyway, well, we want to start out. I've got a trivia question for people,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and the trivia question is: what is the first organism to swim the ocean?
The first organism
To
to
ever swim
swim
the ocean?
the ocean.
Don't Google it up.
I'm not Googling.
I want answers from people, and that's the trivia question. I'm start giving a trivia question at the start
Ooh,
of
that's
every
fun.
podcast. So I'll come up with a different one every time.
Yeah. All right.
So you know it, and I'll give you a hint. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fish.
Well,
The
yeah,
first
an organism does not have to
the
be a
first
fish.
organism ever to swim the ocean. So you know. But besides that, I want to say I put a shout out to Logan Harbin. Can you put the name of his book up there?
Yeah.
And when I get my copy, I promise I'll read it.
Can you tell
And
me the name of his book? Do you remember the name? I'll put the
uh,
picture right here so people will see it.
let me pull it up real quick. I've been waiting, I think is what it's called. So
You sent it to me.
yeah, I'll send it to you. Can you pull it up? Yeah, I've been waiting. Written by William L. Harbin. So
Yes.
go pick it up, read it, and when I get my copy, I will read it. And thank
Cool.
you, Logan. And I hope you sign it. You're sending it to me. I hope you sign it. So that will be a blessing because
Cool.
I've got a baseball signed by Keith Flatt and Maddox. I think it's Greg Maddox. I think was Keith Flatt's best friend, along with Toby Keith and uh, God, I can't go ahead and make my day. Who is it? Clint Eastwood. So got a story to tell about that when the reason uh, he said he told Greg Maddux about me all the time and said I was a good athlete, which I think I was just average. But he, one story I want to tell you about Toby Keith before he passed away. Him, Clint Eastwood, and Keith Flatt's wife was having dinner. And Toby Keith asked him, he says, Clint, you're 80 something years old and how do you do it? And he just replied, he says, every morning when I get up, I was telling myself, don't let the old man in. And Toby Keith wrote a song about it. And I've actually got the hat hanging in my bedroom.
That's
So it says,
awesome.
don't let the old man in. And that just makes sense. Don't let the old man in. So
Exactly.
that was
I like
pretty
that.
cool. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
Age is just a number.
yeah. And the first thing I really want to talk about,
Okay.
I don't really ever watch. Oh, and just one other thing, if I'm wrong on what we're talking about through this thing, Aplejax does fact check me.
I try
So
to. Yeah.
just to let you know, she's my fact checker. So if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, I'm
That
wrong.
doesn't mean I know everything. Y'all can fact check me too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, please. I'm definitely not like a genius. I'm pretty smart, but I'm not a genius. I don't just
Yeah,
know everything off the top of my head. Unfortunately, I did not get that type of autism.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a redneck education. So
No.
anyway, I don't ever watch the NBA. I've watched a few games, and I don't watch the WNBA. But with what's going on, I'll say this: in the NBA, there's no defense. It's just one on one, shoot a three, and dunk. There's no defense. It really sucks. It's really not basketball. Now I watch the WNBA, and the reason I watch a couple WNBA games is because of Caitlin Clark. There, she's the only reason the WNBA is still exists today.
Why do you say
She
that?
Because she is a straight white girl dominating everybody on the floor. Period. They got a they've got a contract out to hurt her every game. She gets beat up, she gets abused, the referees let it happen. And I promise you, if she was ever to leave the WNBA, it would crash because it was on the brink of crashing when she came into the WNBA. And she can shoot threes like Curry can. I mean, the girl knows where everybody is. I mean, she's a fantastic ball player. And being in a league that is dominated predominantly by black females, okay, and I'm not being racist. I'm not trying to be racist. And even the commissioner, they're all against her. She is the reason everybody got a pay raise this year. She is the reason. And if you don't believe me, go watch the clips of Caitlin Clark. She is the GOAT of the WNBA. I don't ever watch women's basketball, but there's been so much, so many videos and things of that nature. And you got to admit, the girl can play some basketball. The
Love
girl
that.
can play some basketball. And they don't like it. And if she ever leaves, the WNBA's done because the NBA funds
Think
them
so.
anyway.
I
Because
will look up the demographics
they
for
were
you.
on the brink of bankruptcy before she came in. So,
Interesting.
oh yeah. So I just want to say that about the WNBA.
Okay,
So
that's a good topic to talk about, especially with some of today's issues, talking about demographics and things of that nature. I think it's an important issue right now in the world, for sure.
yes, yes, it's a very important issue, and and her protector is Sophie Cunningham. Every time somebody attacks Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham steps up and says, "Hey, what's your problem? What do you want?" So if I'm not understand, Sophie Cunningham is a very she's into self defense and she can pretty much handle herself. So
Yeah,
she's not going to take any crap off of anybody. She's Caitlin Clark's protector. But I had to say something about that.
it's important to you.
Um,
I think it's important you say something.
yeah. So
That's why we're here.
I think it's a shame that they're really treating her like that. And if she ever decides to go to Europe or Japan, the WNBA, as we know it, is done. I guess we can go into the juicy stuff.
Okay,
We can go into New York, which
there's a lot happening in New York.
Montgomery canceled the 4th of July. He put up a sign that says there is no public
He
event.
tried to cancel
Yes,
the Fourth
there
of
were
July.
thousands of people that showed up in Times Square.
Yeah, they showed up anyways. He tried to sell tickets to a public event that's
Mhm,
supposed to be free. We're
mhm,
celebrating freedom.
yep.
And I saw some videos of ships. They were some really awesome looking ships that people brought in with jets and red, white, and blue
Oh yeah,
smoke. And whether or not he tried to cancel it, it was not
it ain't
canceled.
gonna happen. And
It was not
I
canceled.
said last podcast that I thought President Trump might be pissing into the wind. And after seeing the celebration on 4th of July, I think the communists had something. I think they're pissing on the electric fence.
Yeah, you're not going to take away our
Mm-mm.
freedom. And I can see where people see the appeal because he is promising
Free,
like
free.
many not necessarily free. No, he is advertising I mean, I guess yeah, when you bring it down it is free, but he is advertising uh basically socialism because he wants to tax the rich, right?
Right,
People who make
right.
$500,000 or
Yeah.
more, and he wants
Hmm.
to use that money, or he says he wants to use it to go to the people, right? But I personally don't trust giving the government more money
Oh God, no.
at
God,
all.
no. No.
So to me, that's not freedom. To me, you're
No.
actually taking away more of my rights by taking more of my money. When if I had the money, I can control who it goes to. But I can see the appeal because it sounds great when you say that your rent's not going to go up. It does. It sounds amazing. It sounds great when you say that if owners can't take care of it, well, we'll take care of it. But you're setting the owners up for failure.
Yes. So,
Not only,
and he's doing that on purpose.
I agree. I
So the
do think it
government
is a
can take all
purposeful
this property
strategy.
over. Yes, he's doing
And
that on purpose.
I think people need to look past the appeal, because there is a better way to get subsidized housing for the government, and this is not the way to do it.
No.
There is subsidized housing that works. Oh, always names. Oops. We used to live in subsidized apartments when I just got out of college and we were getting started. We lived in a government subsidized apartment and it was awesome and it does work. But the way that the Democratic Socialist Party is advertising it is making it sound that, but that's not what it is. That's
No.
not what they're doing.
No,
And
because the
I
landlords are
wish I
not
was
going to
better at
have.
explaining it so that I could help people understand
Well, the
that you can
landlords
get
are not.
affordable housing.
Landlords are not going to have any money to fix the properties that's something that's broke. They're not going to have the
Right.
money. I
And
mean, they're just going to
if
go
he's
into
gonna
slum.
and if he's gonna take away what can't be taken care of, well, if you freeze the rent and you know they're not going to be able to take care of it, then you know you're eventually going to seize it. And then you're going to have a completely government run area. And that does not work.
No,
It does not.
I'll tell
Government
you what. What?
subsidized housing does not work without capitalism. I
No,
will die on that
in
hill.
a capitalistic system, there has to be a minute portion of socialism. Has to be.
Yes,
Because there are people who can't take care of themselves. I mean, that's
correct.
okay. I mean, that's just the way life is.
But the
But
minute part of socialism works when those who are succeeding in capitalism use that to donate to the funds that help those people.
right.
And when that's done right, it's awesome. And a lot of corporations already do that.
Mm.
Go look into every billionaire and figure out which billionaire you like the most because of what they're donating to. But I promise they are donating to things that help people. You just have to look into it.
And you
And I'm
just can't
sorry I don't have every reference here.
you can't abuse the system.
Right.
And people are trying to abuse the system because they hear that word free.
Free's
No,
great.
nothing is free. Somebody pays for
It's not.
that.
Exactly. And
Some
if you have true socialism, then you start taxing people who have a lot of money, right? But if they're not allowed to keep making more money, they can't keep getting taxed. So
and
they'll keep making less and less money, getting taxed less and less. And then the people who were taking advantage of that are now on the same level because they're not up here giving you what you need anymore. They're down here with you and we all need the same thing. And now we have to trust that the government is going to give it to us.
they're
And
not.
they're not because they're selfish. In a perfect world, sure, it would be awesome if this was heaven. Then yes, that's absolutely how wonderful it would be. But this is not heaven. It is earth, and people have free will, and they will use that free will to take advantage. We do not want the government having more control. We don't.
No.
Stop it from happening.
The government works for us. We don't work for the
Yes,
government. And everybody
100%.
the Congress and Senate and everybody up there and starting with the school boards on up, city council and on up,
Yep,
they have forgot that they work for us.
I agree.
It's totally turned around to the point to where they think that we work for them, but that's
It
not
feels
how it
that
is.
way.
That's not what the Constitution was written about.
That's one of the reasons I left public school teaching. When I left teaching in public schools was because I could not stand that I couldn't actually teach the way that I knew how to teach because of whatever government regulations were stopping it. And the education board of education has no idea how to teach children, and this is the perfect example of why we don't want the government in control.
Well,
Think about how
school,
terrible public
yeah,
schools are for the majority. Not all of them, but for the majority, public schools are pretty terrible.
yeah,
Uh
because they don't teach kids how to think anymore. They try
no,
to
they
teach
don't.
kids what to think.
Exactly.
I
They just
mean,
want
go,
them to memorize facts.
yeah,
That's it. And
they're
it's sucks.
trying to erase history, and you can't do that. That's virtually impossible to erase
Yeah.
history.
Schools
You
that
can't do it.
have like DI, Destination Imagination, and gifted and talented programs, and bilingual programs, and technology programs, etc. Those are the public schools that are succeeding because they are teaching kids how to think.
Yeah,
And I wish the majority of schools could be that way, but unfortunately, the majority of public schools
they're
are
not.
not like that.
No, they're
Right.
indoctrinating, and it goes up to the colleges too. They're
It
indoctrinating
does.
them. They're indoctrinating, and you know, it's a shame, but it's true. And then when they get out in real life, they find out that the government takes a lot of your check out when you go to
Yeah,
work. Like, where's all my money? Oh, you just paid for
exactly.
such and such down the street that don't want to work. You just
Yeah.
paid for their
But
food.
then they also figure out that like you can't just show up to work like you did show up to school and like just slide by.
Right.
People get really mad. I see a lot of kids who just get out of high school, or a couple years out of high school, and they get a job at a factory or a corporate, at entry level, and they are so angry at having to follow the rules that it turns into a super toxic environment for those who do follow the rules.
Yes, because they're used to getting everything handed to them.
Basically, and they
And
don't think
now,
that consequences are okay.
right now, when they actually have to go do something, somebody says, "Hey, you need to do this. This is your job." They're like, "Well, why don't you do it for me?"
Exactly. Or they find some kind of excuse, or they run to HR because you're
Mhm.
not being nice to them.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm not here to be your friend, first of
No,
all. If you're going
no,
to work to be friends with people, you're still stuck in high school. Throw that mindset away. Get it out of here. I don't like that
yep,
mindset in the corporate world
no.
at all. It's probably the reason why I'm currently not in a corporate job. And I'm just working on my writing because I can't handle most of the corporate environment because that's how it is. It's very high school mindset, and I can't stand it.
Well, I
Yeah.
do have to say I have worked for some idiots through the years that I've been working. I have worked for some idiots, total idiots, and I'm not going to mention any of them, but I just they get a position, they think they automatically have respect, when in turn they don't know shit about what's going on. They don't know,
Exactly. They had
and
a
they
friend who got them the job, and because they're able to like suave people and they're
Mhm.
charismatic, they're really good at talking to management, but they actually have no idea how things run.
Exactly, exactly. So that's the indoctrinated uh,
Yeah.
kids of our country right now, and
Hmm.
it's sad to see because you
It
don't have
is.
a you got a lot of kids, but a lot of them because their parents raise them right to understand. Hey, if you want something, go work for it because free is not free. Somebody's working
It's
for it,
not.
and they were raised right, and they go out and they work. There are a lot of conservative kids out there that when they do step up, they get punished.
Yes. And high performers end up getting bullied like it's
Yeah,
high school, because they're just trying to follow the rules that the company has set, and that's how the company runs well. The company runs well, you get more money, and everything runs smoothly. This is not
yeah,
high school, this is not your house, they are not your parents. If you sign up for a company, follow the company rules, it will run smoothly. And if you are punishing high performers for bringing up those discrepancies, your company is going to continue to struggle and it's going to continue to lose money.
yeah.
And I can't stand that. I'm hoping that one day I can find a department that actually runs the way I think it should be run. Maybe that's
Well, a
selfish.
good rule of thumb to live by, and is what I live by. When you go to work, the company you go to work for, you live by their rules because it's their company.
Yes. It's a private company. They have
Yeah,
that
it's their
right.
rules. They have their rules
Yes.
for a reason. But when you
Exactly.
come home, you can live by your own rules.
Yes, you have the freedom to live however you want at home.
Exactly. You have the freedom
100%.
to, yeah. So with that being said, let's talk about Newsom in California.
Uh,
The
what?
governor of California,
Okay, tell me.
check this out. One of his staff members that has been a staff for a long time has been wearing a wire in their meetings.
Okay.
Now, Newsom is blaming it on Trump, but it started in the Biden administration. They're wiretapping his meetings, and they
Okay.
got all his meetings with his wife and everything. And I'm pretty sure he's fixing to go down because they've been, like I said, it's been since 2024, since Biden was in office. It was Biden that wiretapped him.
Oh, this is okay. This is what was brought up a little while back that I think you mentioned in our first podcast about how they were investigating California.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So it says that she's been wearing it since 2024. Um, I'm trying to look for the important parts in this article. Let's see.
I believe it was in April of 2024 when she started wearing it.
I just said 2024. Um, excuse
And it
me.
was, yeah, it was Biden that started it. So yeah, Newsom is probably in trouble. Him and his wife. He's funneled a lot of millions of dollars to his wife's
Yeah,
foundation.
it looks like it. So, yeah, it looks like some of those allegations were true.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah, if you want information on it, you can literally just Google California governor staff member wearing wire,
yeah.
and you can look at whatever article you want to look at to read about it. Make your own critical thinking decisions. Don't take things for face value.
Don't listen to what the news tells you. Do your own
Exactly. Read the
research.
news, get the facts. You have to figure out which ones are actually facts,
Yeah,
which means you have to check multiple sources all the time, which is why I don't just put sources up here because I mean, I check maybe like 10 to 15 different sources before I make my own conclusion. So it is important that you do the exact same thing. Look up
exactly.
sources, critically think about what you're reading, figure out what's real, piece together your opinion. Don't just
Absolutely.
listen to one source.
No, no, no. There is a couple of things that I saw that I really thought was true. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
Insert cute pictures of animals from my garden while we wait.
Okay, I still don't understand how the man who had never served in public office before being elected president is blamed for all of America's problems by people who have been in Congress since the 1970s.
Exactly. I love that.
Yeah. And here's another one that says it's pretty sad to see an American president having to fight an American government just to protect the American people.
Yeah. I really do think he is trying. I mean, I really do think he's trying. And I think that he probably knows things
Oh, he
that
knows
none of
things
us will
that
ever be able to know
no,
because
we'll
he
never
is the
know.
president of the
Yeah.
United States.
For
And not
one, he
go
never
ahead.
takes a salary. He does not
No.
take a salary. He donates his salary every month. He donates it.
And whether you like him or not,
Mhm.
he tries his best to tell facts and tell the truth, and I really do think that he has that intention. And then of course you have a lot of different pieces of the government that get in the way and it muddles things. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel about that.
When 80% of this country, Democrats and Republicans, independents included all together, want to pass the Save America Act, but yet they're not doing it, which will, you know what that is? Do you know what that
Yes.
is?
Mhm.
Okay. And I don't understand why they won't pass that. The Democrats won't pass it because they will lose the ability to cheat.
Yeah.
What do you got to hide?
I mean, I feel
Chuck
like
Schumer
that's
says
what
8 to 10 million people will lose their ability to vote. Well, those 8 to 10 million people are illegals.
exactly. So for people who don't know, the Save America Act, which stands for Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, it's proposed to overhaul federal election administration by mandating strict voter identification and documentary proof of citizenship. And people are angry about that, but I have
Mhm.
questions for the people who are angry about that. Um, do you need an ID and proof of citizenship when you get your driver's license? Yes. What about when you get your uh, passport? Yes. What about when you buy a house? What about when you get a job? What about when you go to
Gets
college?
or get SNAP benefit.
Right.
You got to
Uh,
show an ID.
exactly. So why should you not have to show your ID to vote?
I
I
mean, when
personally don't want random people coming into this country
no,
and voting.
no,
They
no,
they can
no,
come here legally and they
when
can become citizens and then they can vote. And
when
even
Barack
then, no, go ahead.
when Barack Hussein had the grand opening of his trash can looking library, um, everybody had to show IDs.
Yeah. And Trump is not the only one that's tried doing that. So
No,
again, last time we said people are mad just because it's Trump. They are. They're mad just because it's Trump doing it.
it is
When a
TDS.
lot of these things, if you look in the past, other presidents have tried doing similar things, and it's not always the person in charge that's done it. It's like, oh, you're in charge. Clearly, you did all of this all of the time, and I'm mad because
Exactly.
I'm not going to go look up when this actually happened. And that's all you have to do is go look up when these things have happened. Whenever you hear an event, if you think it's the president doing it, please go look up the origin before
And you
you
know,
make an
one
assumption.
thing I'm really impressed that he does that no other president in the history of this country, um, he's very transparent about what he's
I
doing.
agree. And
He comes,
even if it doesn't happen, he
yeah,
still is.
very transparent. He
Yeah, I
has
agree.
everything he has in the Oval Office, very transparent. He tells everybody what he's going to do, what he well, you know, he
Yeah,
just it's an open book,
I agree completely.
and the libtards don't like it.
And I
They
think if
don't
he
like it a
could
bit.
tell us more, he probably
Mhm.
would.
He would if he could, but there's
Yeah.
some things he just can't say.
I mean, that's,
He
yeah,
can't
it's
talk
government
about.
security for you.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then
I
that's
mean,
also like, if they're supposed to work for us, then why do they
mhm.
get some clearance where we're not allowed to know things?
Exactly. That's why
Doesn't
they
make any
need body
sense.
cams on them everywhere they go,
Yeah.
so we
Mm-hmm.
can watch and listen to everything they say and do.
I agree.
Yeah, it's interesting. The deal, I think I mentioned last episode, the flock cameras that the towns are putting around to watch people and things of that nature. People are tearing them down.
Are
They're
you
tearing,
serious?
they're cutting them down. They're
I
destroying them.
mean,
Yeah, and there's not anything that they can really do about it because that's infringing on your privacy.
yeah, I agree. I don't need people
'Cause
watching me.
There's
It's
already there's already been several instances of people getting thrown in jail that it wasn't the right person because they saw them on the flock camera, and AI said that's that person that did that.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy world that we're living
It
in. I
is.
mean, it. I can't wait to see what happens the next week because I tell you what, the libtards and the commie rats, they describe the definitions of stupid on a daily basis. On a daily basis. If you were to open the dictionary and find the word stupid, you would actually have to have another book that actually describes it would have a big word definition of stupid and would probably be about 2 inches thick because they describe the definition of a stupid every fucking day.
Yeah,
Every day.
I agree.
I mean, I didn't know there could be that many
I wish our
definitions of
podcast
stupid.
was long enough to like give all the examples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
We'd be on here for a week straight. We wouldn't get any
yeah,
sleep. I mean,
be,
you just can't, it's just, I don't know. It's sad to actually know that we have that many stupid people in this country.
I
And
agree.
they were against the celebration of the 250th birthday of this country. And it's sad. It's
I
really
agree.
sad. But I do believe now, and I'm going to retract the statement I made last week about I think Trump's pissing into the wind. I don't think the libtards have a clue what's going to happen when the American patriots rise up.
I just feel like they won't. I just feel like won't have to do much. I feel like they'll just kind of like, oh, we were wrong. Oops.
You can
Like,
cut off, yeah. I mean, when you got curling irons and blow dryers coming at you, what are you going to do? Yeah, that's all they're going to come fight with is curling irons and blow
yeah.
dryers.
I hope it doesn't
No,
get to that. I don't want
I
it
do
to get to
too,
that.
but I do too, but I think it's coming because people are really getting pissed off about it.
They
They really
are.
are.
And they're seeing things, little things that they're piecing together, and they don't like it.
No, and I I don't know how long this Muslim thing's gonna last, but I'll give it a couple of years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I think because there's more states trying to implement it.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna fail. They're
Oh,
already
yeah,
starting to
they're gonna
fail.
fail because it's never worked anywhere ever.
Yeah. It's
I challenge any Democrat to tell me what country socialism ever worked
exactly. And
ever.
I challenge everyone who watches this to go research the Muslim religion.
Yeah.
Please read the
You
Quran.
you know
Read the Quran. Do
you
it.
you
Just read
you
it.
gave a statement last week. They have 3 stages, and there was something I saw on my phone. This guy explaining the exact same thing. There's three
Uh-huh.
stages,
Yeah.
and he was explaining the exact same thing. And check out Germany. Of course, they're having a heat wave in Germany. Guess what Germany did? They outlawed air conditioners.
What?
They outlawed air conditioners.
How do you do that? But why?
That's a socialist country. They outlawed air conditioners. Old people are dying. People are drowning, jumping in pools and stuff like that. I mean, it's insane. It's insane.
Uh,
And by the way, we were wrong. I was wrong about the World Cup championship being on the 4th of July.
oh, it wasn't the championship. They had some
Yeah,
games, but it
yeah, they
wasn't
had
the
some games, but it
championship.
wasn't a
Yeah.
championship. So, and USA does still have a chance to get in that championship. So that would be
Yeah.
kind of cool if they did.
So it says that there's strict installation laws, but you can still go buy like a portable one. So they just make it really, really difficult to install like a
Yeah,
permanent unit at your home.
yeah,
So that sucks. That
that does
sucks.
suck.
And
That
that
does
wouldn't
suck.
work in
Oh
Texas.
no, it's not going to work.
No.
Oh hell no. Yeah,
So you were talking about the three phases, right? Um, where is it? 3 degree Islam. Oh no, maybe I didn't find it. I thought I
well, it's on there because I watched it. I mean, I can't remember everything he said, but he's basically said the same thing that you
ah,
said.
I found it. Okay. So phase one is infiltration.
Right.
Involves migration, establishment of the creation of local institutions without immediately revealing a broader political agenda. Phase two, consolidation of power. Immigrants or advocates seek to build political and cultural influence, push for the accommodation of religious and legal principles, and gain representation in local or national government. This is what's happening in New York
Yeah.
right now.
Right
This is
now.
what's happening right now is
Yeah.
phase two. So phase three, open action and theocracy. So they're taking advantage of our freedom of religion. But if they continue to implement Muslim religion, phase three happens the ultimate stage where proponents leverage their accumulated power to demand broader societal restructuring, potentially leading to the replacement of local laws with the implementation of theocracy. So if they continue to do that, and you go read the Quran, we do not want the Muslim religion in our government. Because if enough of the Muslim religion is in our government, then they will move on to phase 3 and they will start turning laws into theocracy in the name of equality. And it won't be equality no matter how much they say they do not want equality. I will be in a hijab. I will not be on this podcast. I will have to. It's not good. I don't want it.
No,
I
no.
don't. I don't. I
And
think it's
one
a bad
thing,
idea.
what the Democrats are actually doing, they know that they hate Trump so much. They're assimilating with the Muslims
And they need to
to
stop.
go against Trump,
Yeah.
but they
Stop.
have
Do
no
not
idea,
assimilate to a party just because you do not like the one person representing another party.
and they have no idea what's coming.
No.
They don't have a clue. Are they
That's
in
why I
another?
keep encouraging everyone to go look at their own sources, multiple sources at a time, so that you can think critically and figure these things out on your own. It is
Exactly.
really, really
Exactly.
hard for someone who reads multiple sources and makes a conclusion to just tell someone.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go figure it out for yourself.
Think for yourself. Think for
Please.
yourself. Don't think. Don't listen to the news media. I don't care
Exactly.
who you listen to. Don't listen to them. You can listen to them to a point to get the subject that you want to do your checking on, and then you do your own check in, you look it up yourself, and you make up your own mind.
Yeah,
You do your own
exactly.
research. Do your own research.
Yep,
You can take their points. Okay, that's fine. Don't take their opinion. Just take their points and do your own research and form your own opinion.
I agree.
That's what you got to
Exactly.
do. Form your own opinion. Don't
Yep,
listen to what they're saying at all.
yep.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a shame that a man that never, and that statement that I read a while ago, a man that's never been in politics gets blamed for the last what 250 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, they're blaming
Yep,
him for the last 250 years, which
exactly.
I feel sorry for the communards when the conservatives and the people who love this country actually rise up and say, okay, enough's enough. And
I agree.
they're not going to be able to stop it, especially in the South. They're not going to be able to stop it in the South.
At all.
The South will rule this country. And I'm going
100%.
to tell you right now, if Texas wants to, Texas will rule this country because this country isn't shit without Texas.
Yeah.
If Texas were to leave the United States would fall apart. We have agriculture, we have manufacturing, okay? We have oil, the fossil fuels, enough fossil fuels in Texas to last us 200 years. Okay. We can become our own country. We do not need the rest of the United States, period. So, all you commie rats and shit, y'all want to come down? Come on. I'll be your huckleberry. Okay. I'll be your huckleberry along with
Oh,
about,
man.
I don't know, 50 million rednecks, if not more.
That's true.
We're waiting for you. So
Yep.
you do what you think you're big enough to do. So
True.
make sure you're wearing some of them diapers because I'm sure a lot of you are going to shit in your pants when you come to the South to try to take over. So it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
I
not going to
agree.
happen. So with that being said,
I
hey,
think
this
our
is
time's about up.
yeah, it's been a good segment.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
it's
Good
been a good
conversations.
segment.
I always love talking to you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, leave us comments, ask us questions.
Please.
Okay. Especially on the trivia question that I asked when we first started.
Yeah, we really do want the comments. Like,
Yeah,
it's even if you hate us, like, it's okay.
yeah, it's
It's
fine.
fine.
You don't have to like us. You can hate
Right.
us.
We're
I
doing
don't
this for
care.
fun. It's a nice
Yeah,
father-daughter
yeah,
bonding moment for us,
yeah.
so
And
we'll
if you
enjoy
don't,
reading the comments together.
and if you don't like me, you're waiting in a long line. I can promise you that.
Likewise.
You're in the long line. So I keep my circle tight.
But no one is liked by everyone. And if you think you are, reality check.
Yeah, I know.
Not
Yeah,
everyone likes you.
entitled people.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
that being said, we should probably get off before we start ranting more because
yeah,
we will.
yeah. We will.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I love you guys. Logan, as soon as your book comes in, I'm going to read it,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to it. And when I finish, I'll send it to my daughter and let her read it.
Yeah. Please.
So,
Love
you
reading.
know, and thank you, Thomas, for making a comment. Love you.
Love you,
And
Thomas.
yeah, love all you guys. And happy 4th of July, guys. Happy 4th of July.
Yep.
It's
Freedom.
been a great weekend for celebration. And like I said, this is a free country and it's going to stay that way. So
100%.
with that being said, peace out.
Bye.